Morning guys, just increasing the vegetable patch, making it a bit bigger as I worked out roughly the seeds I've got. There's going to be too many, so try and make it a little bit bigger, hoping to get the tomatoes down that area to free up a bit more space for more potatoes and carrots. And I've got me runner beans and everything. I'm going to start probably my seed tray soon. I should have started them earlier really, but it's hard trying to keep them warm. So once we get a few more warm evenings, I'll keep them under cover and start the seed trays, and then once they're through, I can put them into open ground, hard them off, put them in open ground. But it's a good sized vegetable plot. Regards to everything, still really comfortable. It's been quite a duration now, and really enjoying it. It's a bit of a damp day. We've had one or two quite nice days. Yesterday I done a bit of archery. I'm trying to do an hour archery. I'll have to show you guys hour archery every day, just to keep your skills in. And I've done a little bit of crossbow action, which you see the other day. That crossbow is unbelievable. So I've got that up here. I've got my 2.2 rifle up here as well. So that'll be useful. I've seen a few pheasants around, like I said before. You know, if fancy a nice bit of meat, then it's on hand. I'll let it fatten up a bit first. It's looking a bit scrawny. Cool, aeroplane. Haven't heard one of them for a while. But as you can guess, you know, a few of you have commented on my channel. I can't get back to you because, you know, I'm up here and I've got limited coverage. But thanks to all your messages, you know, I really appreciate it. And some of you have kind of sussed what I'm doing. And what I am doing is I brought the whole family into the woodland, and we're gonna ride it out in the woods. You know, we've got all the gear. We're quite good in the woodland. I don't mind it at home, but you know, I just like the freedom of the woodland, and you know, you don't know where this is going, and you know, I don't want to say too much on my channel with the politics of everything. But no, a few of you have sussed out that I've run to the hills, as they say. But I think it's a good move. You know, it just gives you that isolation and temptation to seeing your friends and family, which is really hard to do. So, you know, you tend to stay more disciplined in the woodland in regards to isolating yourself from everybody. You know, it's a bit of a silent virus, so everyone's kind of a carrier, in my opinion. So stick to Mother Nature. And hence, you know, everything that we bought up, I'll have to go through the food that I've got. You know, I've got a lot of dry stores. I've probably got, for 4 of us, I've probably got about 4 or 5 months, and obviously before the big lockdown, try and get some more up here, and then obviously start the vegetables, and hopefully that will give us a bit of vegetation to eat. And obviously if things get bad, then you know, it's gonna be all hands on deck for a bit of hunting and stuff. So see how it evolves. But at the moment, you know, we've got plenty of food, we've got plenty of water. I've got 300 litres of water up at the top, plus you know, some rainwater and stuff. And obviously, you know, we've been drinking birch bark, so I haven't really had to drink a lot of water, and Buster's been drinking rainwater. so we've been pretty good on that. So I thought I'd keep you up to date on this one. You know, a few of you, like I said, I can't get back to your messages. Oh, Busty taking the camera. But I can't get back to your messages, but thanks to all your replies, and you know, I hope you've got enough provisions and bits and pieces, and you've made plans and had a bit of forward thinking, which, you know, I know a lot of you would have done, or, you know, in the throes of doing. So yeah, but if you've got the option yourself to do this, to isolate and get yourself away from Civvy Street, then it's a good option. It's a good option. Right, I'm going to carry on raking, and I'll see you guys in a bit. The vegetable plot's taking shape now. I've managed to get some peas in, carrots, onions, radish and spring onion in them rows. So they're all planted up. And then over here I've got some garlic along that run, and then the long run along that area I've put some potatoes, got about 20 potatoes in there, and a few running along that top end. Then I'm just preparing this bit of ground here for some sweet corn, and then I may have to dig out another area, or use this area which is here for tomatoes. And then I've got to start my seeds in my seed trays for my tomatoes and sweet pea. That's one element of my food while I'm here. And a problem that has been affecting us is mice. You know, I love them, they're here, they deserve their right here more than us, but they're getting into our food stores. So I bought a few mouse traps, and if things do get tight, there's going to be mice on the menu. So I've had a few of these little critters, beautiful little animal. It's a shame because I love animals, but if they're going to start getting into our food stocks, then it's going to be a problem. So I've set up a few traps. And talking of food stocks, I'll show you what we've bought up here. Obviously you've seen the vegetables that are going in, and now I'll show you our dry stores and bits and pieces that we've got in the Oz tent. In this bag we've got all tin foods, potatoes, fruit cocktail, sauces, so it's all canned goods. In that one, more canned goods in here, beans, chopped tomatoes, spaghetti, more beans. In this box, we've had to put them all in boxes. Like I said, we had a bit of a mouse problem, so everything's kind of in boxes now, protects everything. In this box we've got more dry stores, a lot of spices that Mrs. Bushwhacker mixes with the pastas and the rices. So plenty of spices, OXO cubes, stock cubes, a bit of pancake mix there, had that one morning. Lots of Quaker oats for porridge in the mornings, which we've been having. Some easy quick rice meals. Some flour there, we've got plenty of flour, so we're going to start making some bread. Mrs. Bushwhacker made some bannock the other day, as you see. So we're going to start making a nice loaf of bread in the Dutch oven. We've got a little bit of bread left. We are kind of, you know, trying to get a little bit from the supermarket as well as we can. But, you know, if things get too tight, you know, we can rely on everything here. All this stock here, you see, we've got this probably same again, maybe a little bit more in the Land Rover, so we can tap into that as well. So this box, you know, breads, pot noodles, a few little sweets, treat ourselves, trying to kind of ration the sweets a little bit because we're all a bit partial to them. Ritz biscuits, salted peanuts, a packet of crisps, biscuits in there. I've got me Bertrand meals, you know, that you mix with water that you've seen on my video, that's in there.
It's mainly all rice and sugar.
Rice and sugar's in there.
Salt.
And salt. Salt's very important. Pasta in there as well. So Mrs. Bushwhacker's laid it out very nicely. At the back there, we got some big tins of coffee because we all like coffee. So a nice big 2 tins of coffee, 3 tins of coffee there, I think. No, 2 tins of coffee. Nice little cast iron pot there. And Sundays, one of these with a few new potatoes. And we're going to probably use the potatoes that we're growing and keep these till then and have a nice Sunday roast with some potatoes and some peas that we've grown. Put one of these in the Dutch oven. So they're quite nice, long lasting. They're quite nice with the puff pastry. Here we just got tomatoes and some eggs. Some wipes are really handy.
It's just onions in that bottom one.
Onions in there. Just onions in there, is there?
Yeah. Garlic.
The good old best commodity in the UK at the moment. This is like gold dust. You never thought a toilet roll would be worth so much, would you?
No.
So we got loads of these, a few in here, a few in both our tents and in load in the Land Rover.
But most of this stuff we've collected over the last 6 months.
Yeah, we kind of
haven't had to rush out and get it all at once.
No, we kind of been planning. A lot's left over from Scotland as well,
That
wasn't
one's
it?
just all fish in there.
Yeah, tin fish. That's really nice, isn't
mackerel.
it? We put that on toast and things, don't we? The mackerel, or if you feel a bit peckish, just open the tin. I quite like the tin fish. What we got in here then, Mrs. Bushwhacker?
Oh, they're just some essential oils for herbal remedies.
So that's Mrs.
Lavender.
Bushwhacker's like cook and herbal woman. So this is meant to be awesome, isn't it? We've done a lot of research on this, and this is great for your immune system and antiviral as well, isn't it?
Yep.
But that's quite expensive. So that's 2 drops of that, and it's straight in the mouth, take internally.
Yeah.
But if you want to check that out, that's really good stuff. Yeah, we've got all the spec written down there, what each one does and what you can mix it with, and you get a carrier oil as well, don't you?
Yeah, coconut oil.
Coconut oil, which is the carrier. We've got selection here: ginger oil, peppermint oil, lemongrass. So you're a bit of a witch doctor, really, aren't you, Ange? More lavender. What's in this big one? What's that in there then? Tea tree. Oh, that's good, isn't it, for cuts and infections and stuff. Cinnamon oil. So nice selection in there. So we've come quite prepared, really. We have been planning this for a while. You know, we've always been kind of this way inclined. You know, just in case, and now it is just in case kind of situation. I've left a live trap there for the mice here, but I've got 2 killer traps outside, as you've seen earlier. We've got that, we covered that one. In here, that's wipes. What else? Wipes, more toilet rolls. Some
toilet rolls.
What are that?
Oh, that's honey and sweeteners in there.
Oh yeah, Manuka honey. Manuka honey's really good.
Beetroot juice. Little beetroots.
beetroot juice, manuka honey. So we've got conventional medicines and herbal medicines, and this stuff's good. Don't need to fridge it. You see me using this the other day on the what's that bread called? Bannock bread, yeah. Well, you put a bit of that on the bannock bread. Have a bit of this on our toast as well. So that's all butter ghee.
That keeps 3 months out of the fridge.
Yeah, which is really
once
good.
It's open.
It's nice stuff. So that's really good. We used a lot of this in Scotland, didn't we? And on our boat trip. So it's handy we've done all them trips really, because it's all paid sort of dividends for now. Bit of Marvel to mix with the porridge. I'm not really keen on porridge with water, so, but you know, if it's a must, I will. We've got some multivitamins we're taking, one a day. Everybody's on them. Coffee whitener. What we got there? Oh yeah, apple cider vinegar. That's good and all for the athlete's foot, isn't it?
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah. So double use there. What's this?
It's a supplement.
Supplement, liquid iron for the girls if they're a bit hormonal. Oh yeah, we've got potatoes. Bag of potatoes in there. We're kind of, you know, keeping everything, topping it up, and then obviously using it when it's total lockdown. This will be us. This is cutlery and plates and a bit of, you know, spray oil and a washing up liquid there. Mrs. Bushwhacker's devised a little hanging rack for all her cooking utensils. A couple of chopping boards there to hand. Like I said, we've got a lot more flour and rice in the van. So that's basically the cook area, the dry stores. We've got a nice 2-burner grill here. We've got another probably 5 kilo of gas, but when that runs out, we're going to try and top it up. If we can't, then it's down to firewood. We have to cook on firewood. And you've seen our little grill stove. It's just really convenient. Don't always have to get a fire going. So we cook on there sometimes. We had pizza on there, didn't we, the other day, which was great, and the bannock bread. So that's nice. I've got me Kelly kettle there because I'm trying to save on gas. You know, while it's dry, we might as well use the wood. Over here is our other way of cooking. It's our barrel stove. This has been great as well. This is another form of food, if needs must. Crossbow ME22 rifle. Obviously I can't use the crossbow because it's illegal at the moment, but you never know, do you? So that's a kind of basic tour of our food and cooking equipment that we're using, and I'm so pleased with how that's turned out. Something nice about growing your own vegetables. You know, I do it in my garden. My garden's quite small, so be able to do everything in a nice big plot, and you know, watching it come through from seeds, great. So when that takes hold, I'll keep you posted as when our first little seedling comes through. We're quite excited, aren't we?
Yep.
Me and Mrs. Bushwhacker done that the other day with a nice little system going. She was planting, and I was backfilling and watering the trench and making the pegs and labelling everything so we know what it is. So try and keep that on top of that. But at the moment there's no rain for a while, so which is a good thing because I'm sick of the rain. But in regards to the vegetation, I have to keep watering. And how I'm watering is the portable shower, yeah. So we'll be using this. This will be 2 purposes: watering the vegetables while they're small, and obviously having a shower. So we've got this and the other one that's hanging up. So that's going to be nice. You're going to jump under that, aren't you, Mrs.
Yeah.
Bushwhacker? Huh?
Yeah,
Like that? You do it like that or like that?
like that.
Oh, you like it hand do it.
Get to the part other parts can't reach.
So that's pretty much the tour for today. Hope you found it interesting, and if you are planning, don't forget, get plenty of dry stores if you're planning on going in the woods, because you can just tap into it, and if things get really tight, we've got rice. You know, how much rice we got up at the Landy?
We've got about 40 kilo.
So about 40
And
kilo.
We got the same again with flour.
Yeah, we've got the same again of flour.
And we
So
got loads of pasta.
we kind of been
We've been having a lot of rice, haven't
planning
we? Potatoes.
planning this, and we've been watching.
Yeah, we
things
haven't had
evolve.
to go out and shop while the shops are in panic.
So it's been good, because the supermarkets over here are pretty bad. You know, there's massive queues, and people are being told to isolate, and you can't isolate when you've got to go out and get your food. It's just an impossibility. So we're sitting pretty
You lost
really.
weight, Dean. Adjust your trousers.
Yeah, lost a bit of weight. It's all this good living. I think nature kind of balances you out, really. If it takes you down to your natural weight. If you're thin, I think it will balance you up, put weight on. If you're slightly a bit bulky, well, I wasn't hugely bulky, but I was carrying a few pounds, and now I'm looking quite
Yeah, let it out, let it out.
lean and mean. When you eat rice and pasta,
Hasn't worked on
for a
me
lot.
yet.
But yeah, no, I'm feeling good, and obviously this sunshine, getting a bit of a tan. Like I said in the last video, it's like a health camp. Plenty of fresh air, nice walks, physical exercise, and not eating too many fatty foods. You know, it can't be better for you, really, can it?
No.
And you know, the guy I like, Dick Predicke, out in the wilderness for roughly 30 years, and he didn't have one cold or anything during that duration. So it does say something about the outdoor environment. It's definitely healthy. Right, I'll stop chatting and get back to work. I think start finishing that corner off on that vegetable patch, ready for planting some sweet corn. Hey.
Yep.
See you in a bit, guys.